Cracking the Code, Only Child 101. This past December, my family and I traveled to Boca Raton like we always do. We embarked on our flight the morning of December 27th and off to the Sunshine State we went. On the plane, I was anxious, but once we landed, I felt relief and I was ready to be kissed by the sun. While basking in the sun by the pool, I put my headphones in, sunglasses on, and I knew it was people watching time. But things were a little different than usual. During this trip in December, I couldn't help but notice the numerous kids down by the beach. I constantly stared at them in awe. I spotted a group of 5 kids who all met by the pool and became friends. From eavesdropping, I found out there were 2 pairs of siblings and one only child just like me. They were playing the classic pool game Marco Polo, and I desperately wanted to join in, but felt too embarrassed to approach them and ask. I gave up and began to read a book. The day moved along, and it was officially time to hit the town. Walking around made me feel lonely. There were 3 different groups of girls that I saw on that same night. They happened to be strolling with their shopping bags, ice cream in their hands, and laughing with their friends and siblings. Seeing this made me a tiny bit homesick and missed my friends. It also made me think of all the memories I could have been making if I had a sibling. As an only child, those are the things you mostly pay attention to since you're alone. Hi, my name's Amanda Araujo, and I've been an only child for the past 14 years of my life, which, I must add, is all that I've lived. Being an only child has disadvantages and benefits. Today, I'm here to open your eyes and perhaps change your perspective on only children. Consider this your one-way ticket to the reality of what it's like to be an only child. Firstly, there are many disadvantages to being an only child. The most apparent disadvantage is the constant feeling of loneliness. As an only child, you don't have that built-in best friend who you can turn to or just hang out with regularly. Only children don't usually have a person who they can fully trust and share their thoughts with. This affects me as an only child because I know that I'll never have that special sibling bond. Another disadvantage most only children experience is that when they go on vacation, their parents are who they'll be experiencing all the fun with. Going on vacation with your parents is overall amusing and delightful, but there are certain places like the beach, ski resort, Universal Studios, camping, and Disney where it would be much more thrilling if you were able to experience it with someone around your own age. I relate to this because I've never really had that person to splash around in the ocean with or ski down mountains with. However, there are also many advantages to being an only child. Usually people think they know it all when it comes to the luxuries of not having any siblings. One luxury that people may not think about as often is that only children have a closer relationship with their parents. This is a nice advantage to have and can be supported by a study that Susan Newman wrote. She reported in a study titled, "I Always Knew Mom and Dad Loved Me Best, Experiences of Only Children." Only children value their time alone and their close relationship with their parents. Only children reported being grateful for not having to compete with siblings or for their parents' attention. This quote shows that no matter how old you are, you'll always be thankful for growing a strong bond with your parents. You'll receive more one-on-one time and never have to worry about sharing your parents for when you need to have a talk or for when you just need someone's shoulder to cry on. As an only child, I can support this on an extreme level. I'm always talking to my mom about my day, school, and about growing up. This has definitely been the reason as to why I'm able to consider her my best friend. Another benefit of being an only child is having a sufficient amount of resources. Having a satisfactory amount of opportunities when it comes to education is very important and can be supported by a study called The Ties That Bind. The study summed up the financial rewards, money-wise and opportunity-wise. An only child has more opportunities than if another sibling was involved. This shows being an only child opens you to more opportunities, and your parents will only have to worry about affording one child's education. Therefore, being an only child can potentially increase your chances of having a better education, which may potentially help you in the future. It's important to get to know someone like an only child first before making assumptions about their life and all the benefits and disadvantages. Only children frequently feel loneliness due to the absence of a sibling, and they usually don't get to experience fun moments in vacation with someone around their age, like riding roller coasters or making sandcastles with. However, being an only child also gives you a closer bond with your family and you'll have more opportunities in life. Even though people think they know everything about only children, they really don't know as much as they may think. Not every only child is a classic stereotype like Blair Waldorf or Cher Horowitz. So don't make assumptions about only children being spoiled, clingy, and selfish. For me, these are the most common stereotypes I get told. Maybe give that kid sitting by the pool alone a chance. You'll never know where a bond can be formed from. I hope you were able to take something away from this talk, and thank you for your time.